In the days of escalation in the region, the United States has launched another round of strikes against Iran. In a statement this evening, U.S. Central Command said that forces launched these new strikes to, quote, continue degrading their ability to attack civilian mariners and commercial ships freely transiting the Strait of Hormuz, adding the commander-in-chief has directed the strikes to hold Iranian forces accountable. On Friday, senior U.S. officials said that the United States had demanded that Iran release a statement saying that the Strait of Hormuz is open and that commercial vessels attempting to transit the strait could do so without being attacked. Instead, there has been an exchange of fire following what the U.S. says was an Iranian attack on a merchant ship in the waterway. Now, despite Trump saying on Wednesday that the memorandum of understanding, in his opinion, was, quote, over, he did say that he believed that there could be some sort of an agreement before that commercial vessel was hit. So where does the Strait of Hormuz stand now? There have continued to be conflicting messages. While Iran's authority tasked with overseeing new protocol for transits through the waterway has said that the passage of vessels is not possible, U.S. Central Command has said that traffic is flowing, and Trump told CNN that as far as he's concerned, it's open. After
fourth strikes between the U.S. and Iran, hours after President Trump declared he thinks the ceasefire is now over. U.S. Central Command says it's hit around 170 targets over 2 nights of bombing, aiming to stop Iran's attacks on commercial ships that refuse to take its route through the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian state media releasing footage of what it says are missiles launched in retaliation at U.S. bases in the Gulf. Sirens blaring in Kuwait, and Bahrain says it was also targeted, but no reports of casualties or major damage. Iran accuses the U.S. of violating the ceasefire, but isn't ruling out a return to negotiations after its massive days-long funeral for its former supreme leader. Not a war, but also not a peace. Instead, a dangerous uncertainty hanging over the Strait of Hormuz and the broader Middle East.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon the woman with child, and they shall not escape. I want to start out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the 4 corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. I'm the brother Karab coming at you, man, with a spiritual quick hit lesson. All right, unprecedented trouble. All right, unprecedented trouble. All right, is on the way, man. Okay? And I'm talking about war. I'm talking about thermonuclear missiles. Because this is the last thing that people think about, man. Here it is. War is plain as day, man. War is plain as day, and people are not in terror, man. People don't think that war will come upon the shores of America. All right? These people are so prideful and so full of themselves that they don't think that a missile can touch the shores of America, man. Let that really sink in, man. All right? They don't understand Yahweh Shema Shai. They don't understand how angry the Lord is with America, man, a.k.a. Babylon, a.k.a. Sodom and Gomorrah, a.k.a. Egypt, man. All right? This place has all the spirit of those ancient places in one, man. All right? Sodom and Gomorrah, you can do what you want. You can worship whatever you want. You can sleep with whoever you want. You know, this is a perverse and wicked generation. All right? Egypt, man, bondage, man. All right? All work, no breaks, man. All right, you have to work, man, and then you're not able to financially take care of yourself here in this wicked world, man. All right, the odds is against you, man. You're subject to payments, but then you don't have enough to feed your family and take care of your people, man. You know, or yourself. And then Babylon, man, this ball of fucking confusion, man, that the Lord is tired of looking at, man. That's why he's going to destroy this place with thermonuclear missiles. The daughter of Babylon who ought to be destroyed, man. Okay? And like it tells you in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, It's telling you, don't be ignorant of the times and the seasons, man. Because we are in a time of war. All right? War is on the rise, man. These other nations, they really hate America, man. These other nations, man, they finna turn and hate this whore. And then, man, it's finna be the end of this whore, man. No more of this whore, man. No more of this whore, okay? No more of this commerce and importing, exporting goods. No more, man. It's up from here, man. And you know what the term "is up from here" means, man. Everybody grew up in the hood. They know what it means when somebody say "it's up from here." That means it's all smoke, man. And it's all coming from the Lord. That's why when the Lord bring this destruction, man, it's going to hit everybody off guard, man, including Esau and Edom. Because everybody are walking with great pride, man, but they don't see the misery that's going to befall upon them in these last times. All right? The only ones that are in tune with the Lord's judgments are the prophets, man. Okay? So let me go into that term that I said, unprecedented trouble. All right? It means a never before seen problem. This is in the AI overview. It said a never before seen problem. It refers to a difficult situation that is completely new. It has no prior history. There are no old rules to fix it. Okay? Examples to help you understand. Real world analogy. All right? Think of a video game. You know how to beat the first 10 levels. But suddenly, level 11 introduced brand new rules you have never practiced. This is an unprecedented challenge. All right, unprecedented. Everyday example. Imagine a small town that never gets snowed. Suddenly, a massive blizzard hits and blocks all the roads because it has never happened before. The town has no snow plows. This is an unprecedented problem. All right? Because ultimately, man, this is a new situation that's going to befall upon you civilians, man. Here it is. You're used to seeing other countries getting bombed and getting nucleared. All right? All right? Getting hit with these atom bombs, these missiles. You're used to seeing other countries go through their hell with these thermonuclear missiles. And they exchanging fire, and then schools getting blown up over there in Iran. And, you know what I'm saying, their general getting killed. And a school full of girls blown up, man, you know. Like, America got a lot of blood on his hand. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. All right, America is used to always giving the blow. But I promise you that when the Lord strike, all right, it's going to knock them off course, man. Like the scriptures say, everybody has a, you know, like Mike Tyson says, really, but it's really scripture. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, let's go to the scriptures, right? This is Proverbs 14 and 12, man. There's a wayward seeming right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And one thing about Esau and Edom, he's a very selfish, self-centered son of a bitch, man. You know, excuse my language, you know, but he is. All right, he only cares about self to the point that he'll even put his own people in danger. That's why the scriptures tell you, never trust thy enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Because one thing about it, man, this guy is accustomed to do evil. This guy was made to do evil. And what good would he do unto himself, like the scriptures say, man? All right? So, man, hey, this devil, right, order Abkeo. Order out of chaos. That's how he roll, man. He starts problem, he piss in other nations' backyard, and then he exchange fire as if he's protecting the people. But meanwhile, it's always resources with this devil. All right? That's why the scriptures say there's a way that seem right unto a man, but their end of are the ways of death, because that's what's going to be presented unto this devil. Now, if any one of you holding this devil's hands, like the scriptures say, joining hands with America, and you're okay with the wicked way of living, the Lord is going to destroy you as well. Okay? He's going to take you out as well, man. All right? Especially you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, because you are the Lord's chosen people. All right? Your whole goal on the planet Earth is supposed to pretty much, you're supposed to be getting your relationship right with Yahweh Shema Shai, the God of the Bible and his son. Okay? You supposed to be on good terms with the Lord, man. That's the requirement that the Lord has set up. Those the guidelines and regulations that he set up for us to pretty much go by, man. All right, that we must do to live and prosper. Fearing the Lord and keeping the commandments. But what our people do, they do the complete opposite, man. Because, man, they in tune with America. They love this place, man. They love their do as thou wilt spirit, man. But it's going to cost a lot of you people in these last days, because a blow like no other, unprecedented trouble is on the way, and it's going to knock your ass off your high horse, man. Knock all the fun out y'all ass, man. You know? This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Because when you go to Jeremiah 28 and 8, man, it say the prophets that have been before thee and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. So the Lord has prophets, right, that's teaching that 100% truth, man. All right, certain men that's telling you about fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments, and you know what I'm saying, war is coming and Esau is going to be thrown out of power, and you have to fear the Lord and keep his commandments, man, so Lord willing you can be saved from those thermonuclear missiles that's going to touch the shores of this place. Okay? And if you take that MOTB, because eventually all this, you know, before that war happens, because the war is kind of far-fetched in a sense, but it's here, if you get what I'm saying, on a prophecy tip. Because at the end of the day, everything has to go according to prophecy. All right? These things have to happen according to prophecy. All right? Before that war, before it be an all-out major war, all right, you already know that the MOTB has to present itself. It has to be mandated. Okay? And guess what? Those that take that chip, those that bow down to this beast system, all right, when Esau come down like a madman sparing none, and he take resources away from you people, and he start committing evil, all right, and you bow down to that beast system, and you take that chip, you take that RFID chip, which is going to be in your forehead and your right hand, that small punnable grain of rice. If you take that, you're going to be destroyed by those thermonuclear missiles, man. Unprecedented trouble, man. A trouble never foreseen. You're going to be a part of it, man. All right? And I'm speaking to you Israelites, okay? And you Israelite foreigners as well that look like other nations, man. But your spirit goes back to Jacob. Your spirit goes back to your inheritance of being an Israelite, man. All right, this is not a Hebrew black thing, man. This is not a black thing. The Lord is not dealing with black, okay? Black is just the color. He's dealing with those that's going to fear him and be obedient, man. Those that's going to walk in the fear of the Lord, okay? Those that's going to listen to that trumpet is going to be blown through the streets, man, by the prophets, man. So going back to Amos chapter 3, all right, verse 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people now be afraid, man? Because here it is, man. We telling you about war, all right? We're proclaiming war, man, because that's what the Lord is on. He on that type of timing, man, all right? The Lord is on that type of timing, okay? Let's go back to Exodus. Let me get Exodus, man. All right, let's get Exodus 15 and 3. It said the Lord Yahweh, right? You got to read it like that because it's all caps. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war, and the Lord Yahweh is his name, okay? Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Yah, not Jehovah. No, Yahweh, man. That's the names of the Lord, man. He is, man. And Yahweh Shai, he delivers, he saves. Okay? This is not a game, man. You're gonna need those names, all right, in a time of distress, man, in a time of trouble. Okay? Because the Lord is bringing unprecedented trouble on the shores of America. Famine, death, pestilence. He talk about these things, man, for those that pretty much do wickedly, man. All right? go back right quick. Going back to that book of Luke. Yep. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 26. It said, men's heart faileth them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right? What's going to make men's heart fail of them of fear? The ultimate destruction, those thermonuclear missiles. All right? Like the Lord said, behold, I come to send fire on earth. What would I if it already be kindled? Because, man, guess what? JT is going to be already starting. JT is going to be already on display. So when those thermonuclear missiles come, it's going to be that fire agent that the Lord is going to use, man. He's going to cleanse these places by thermonuclear missiles, man, by fuel of fire, okay? Because that judgment within itself pleases Yahweh Shema Shai. That's the judgment that he chose for those that will live ungodly, all right? That's why he compared this place to Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? But this place is going to get done worse because, man, hey, the Lord said he's not going to leave neither root nor branch. The Lord said, man, you're not going to even know, you're not going to even, this place is going to be unrecognizable, man. You know, a lot of people go to the Big Apple and go to, you know, Las Vegas and have fun in other, you know, states that's in America and countries and counties. But at the end of the day, man, when those thermonuclear missiles hit, it's going to leave this place unrecognizable, man. All right. So this is Luke 21 and 26 in the NLT. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then everyone will see the Son of Man coming on a cloud, which that cloud is talking about the chariots, man, salvation vehicles, which I eagerly call UFOs. It said with power and great glory. Okay? Because all this, man, is really ushering in Yahweh Shai, man. All right? He's going to be that boss level threat that everybody is going to see. Okay? Mentioning that game that AI was talking about in Unprecedented Trouble when it was comparing, here it is, you played the first 10 levels and you know how to beat it and it gave you rules, but then level 11, it just changed up. The whole platform got changed, man. All right? The whole objective has been changed, man. Okay? But you've been warned by the prophets, really, because Israel is failing an open book test. Here it is. You see the war. You see these things going on, right? Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, would do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So it's like, man, hey, here it is. We have the secrets, and you people don't even want to apply yourself to this open book test, man. So a lot of y'all is going to fail the open book test, which shows how fucking docile and sottish you are. And I'm speaking to you Israelites. So when that day come, man, when that final exam present itself, man, y'all gonna fail horribly. Because you've been playing, you've been lollygagging, you've been thinking that you've been living in peace. That's why I started off with Thessalonians. Because a lot of you people think that you're in a peaceful case and you're not. You're in a trap, man. All right? You finna get hit with a blow that's finna be never foreseen blow, man. That's what you about to get hit with. All right? Boxing ain't got shit on the Lord's blow, okay? Because that blow the Lord gonna hit your ass with, man, it's gonna catch you off guard and you're gonna feel that shit, man. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise, garments rolled in blood, but this should be with burning and fuel of fire. All right? So one thing about Isaiah 9 and 5, man, which is a beautiful chapter, by the way, you know, because it talks about a new elite being brought in, a new government is going to be ushered in. All right? It's a beautiful chapter. But that verse 5, man, that's future prophecy. Because here it is, man, back then, it's telling you that the old way of war was shield and helmets and war cries. You seen the movie 300, all right? You seen the movie Gladiator 1 and 2, All right, you seen these war movies, man. Troy, you seen all these war movies, man. You know how they getting down, man. It was straight, man. Men back then had to be fit, had to get in shape to fight, man. Fighting back then was vicious, you know. But man, now fighting now is gonna be done with thermonuclear missiles because that's the fuel of fire. All right, what it tells you in the scriptures. This is Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire." All right, a smith is a weaponry, a person that create weapons. All right, going back to Tiemann, them German scientists, man. All right, who created the neutron bomb, the atom bomb, man. All right, not knowing that they really created their destruction. All right, they created something that was going to destroy them in these last days. They created their judgment, and the Lord allowed them to, due to their pride. All right. It said, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." And it said, "I have created the waster to destroy." All right. It said, "I have created the waster to destroy." Okay. And that waster is their thermonuclear missiles, because it's going to destroy this place, man. All right. That's what's going to happen. That's what the Lord purposed. All right. This is the fate of America, man. It's sealed. Okay. This is the fate of modern day Babylon, man. All right. Babal, this place of confusion. Okay. This is Isaiah 34. All right. Starting at verse 1. "Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people." It say, "Let the earth hear, and all their ears therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it," man. Because, man, hey, this message is declared throughout the whole world. What it say? When the word be preached throughout the whole world, then shall the end come. The end of what? The end of an age. The end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. All right, Esau is going down, man. Okay, and the Lord is going to make him population zero for the things that he have done to our people, man. All right. But if you Israelites was in tune with the prophecies and heard the secrets of the prophets that the Lord revealed unto us, all right, the secrets that come from the Lord through his prophets, man, you will be up on game on this, man. You will be prepared, man. You will understand what's going on, why it's happened, and what's going to happen after. You see? You will understand the purpose of the Lord, man, just to sum it up. But if you don't understand the Lord's purpose, man, then you're just going to be a part of that destruction that's coming. So Isaiah 34:2, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them, and he have delivered them to the slaughter." Because it's going to be war over there in the Middle East, man. All right? It's going to be war in the Middle East. Okay? It's not going to be a joke. This is Isaiah 34:3. "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass. The mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved," man. What's going to dissolve? What instrument is going to dissolve everything? That waster, which is going to destroy, which is those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right? That is the Lord's greatest weaponry, man, for a place that's filthy like this, man. To hit it with a thermonuclear missile, man. Every day I think about that, man. Every day, brothers should be praying for the destruction of this place, man. Praying for the Lord to speedily pop this shit off, man. So that way we can get up out of here, man. Every day we should be throwing curses up on this place, man. Every single day. Because what it say? The just complain continually, man. What it say? "Set a mark upon those that sigh and cry for all the abominations thereof," man. All right, through much acknowledgement, all right, through much crying and lamenting unto the Lord, man, hey, we're going to be delivered, man, Lord will. All right? You got to hate this place, man. The fear, what it say? The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, man. Hey, this place is evil as hell. So that's why the Lord's going to bring unprecedented trouble upon this place by thermonuclear missiles, because this is the last thing that these prideful human beings think of, man. They don't believe that war will happen, man. You know? Until it does. Isaiah 34:4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. It's like that mushroom cloud. All right? And then, man, hey, everything at his presence is going to disintegrate, man. All right? If you're close to that, man, you're going to be disintegrated quickly, man. You're going to, hey, think about Sarah Connor, man, when she hold that gate in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, man. Okay? This is not a game, man. You people better wake up from this matrix, man. Because eventually, man, what's going to happen is, man, y'all going to know it at the death by pain. It's going to be too late. And then you're going to be presented with thermonuclear missiles. It say all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. Okay? It say, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment, man. Who's their people? Who's their cursed people? Edom. You know? But it says she's the only neighbor of the Israelites that have not received any promise nor mercy from the Lord, man. Let's say the Lord would not at all acquit the wicked. And then you got Trump talking about peace. Ain't no peace, bruh. The scriptures tell you that ain't no peace for the wicked, man. Ain't no peace. Ain't no negotiation. Ain't no talk about it, nothing. Because if you go back and watch that video, Iran pretty much snitched on U.S. and said, man, they didn't keep their peace treaty. They pretty much was doing backdoor wars, man. They pretty much was still fucking being evil. But getting on the TV talking about, hey, we cool, we straight. But war still was in his heart, man. They said they didn't keep their peace treaty. They didn't hold their word, man, because guess what? Esau is not a man of his word, okay? So Isaiah 34:5, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it should come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats and with the fat of kidneys and rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right. And the unicorn shall come down with them, the bullocks with the bulls, and their land should be soaked with blood, their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, in the year of recompense, right, for the controversy of Zion. See, the Lord is not playing, man. He's bringing this war on the behalf of Israel, man. That's why people got to wake up. Because, man, this is a rescue mission, man. All right? The Lord not playing with our enemy, man. And he's not playing behind his people. That's why he's going to just save his elect when he come, because them the ones that's in tune with him. Them the ones that took the time out to seek ye out of the book and read, man. All right? And apply themselves to the Lord's word. Okay? So they can inquire about how the righteous shall be saved. It made me think of Idris, man. Idris was like, woe is me, who shall deliver me in them times? After he seen the vision. You know? This ain't no joke, man. This is not a joke. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 in the AMP version. You will continually hear of wars and rumors of wars, is we not? This is a continuing thing, man. You know? This is a continuing thing, man. America, ever since fucking Israel, all right, these 1948ers fucking been a state, man. You know, declared as a state, all right? From that day forth, it's had been ongoing war, man. We have not had a peaceful fucking year, not one time yet, man. It's always war, 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 and war. And why is that? Because it's scripture, all right? Everything goes back to the scripture. All right, this is Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. It said, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. Scepter represents rulership, man. New rulership. And that star is Yahweh Shai. So it's saying, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheph. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also should be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do violently. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. All right, them small heads, those Khazards, man, those fake Jewish people in their land, man. They're not the Lord's chosen people, man. Fucking celebrating pink parades and shit, man. The Lord's not dealing with that, man. Because guess what? They was the Lord's people. The Lord said that when he gathered his people, it's going to be no more war. And it's still war. Let you know that the Lord's people are yet this day still in their captivity, man. All right, under the hand of our enemies, man. And we're not going to be delivered nor saved until Yahweh Shai get here. All right? So those people in their land is not it. So that's why the Lord said when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said Amalek was the first of the nations. But his latter end should be that he perish forever. Okay? Said his latter end should be that he perish forever. Yep, here we go. This is Exodus 17 and 16. This is exactly what I was looking for. All right, this is exactly what I was looking for. Kala Yabashima was shot, but that one is, hey, that was heavy too in numbers because that's future prophecy. All right, once they land get destroyed and they're gonna be in captivity under us, man, under Israel, we're gonna take them captive. All right, whose captives they were because we were those captives, man, under them. So we're going to take them captives, man. We're going to get their spoils, man. We're going to get the best of the best things from them, man. We're going to get our things back pretty much. All right? The things that they stole, we're going to get that back. Okay? And we're going to judge them in righteousness. Not the way how they did us. No, we're going to be more. We're going to do the things that they hate. All right? We're going to bring order. And one thing about it, man, they're not about order. Okay? Esau just can't get right. So, man, I don't even see how they're going to survive that, man. That's why the Lord said after that, they're just going to be annihilated forever. These self-proclaimed white people is going to be annihilated forever, man. All right? You better hope you ain't an Edomite, man. All right? Better hope you ain't no devil. This is Exodus 17 and 16. For he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So the man of war said that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, man. You know, that puts a smile on my face because, man, prophecy is really speaking. The Lord really is a man of his word, man. And he really meant what he said, man. He's not playing behind the nation of Israel, man, about what Esau did to our people. You think you finna mess with our people, man, and think you finna start your new world order and then talk crazy to the Lord and act like you're a God and, you know, exalt yourself like you above the whole program, man? Nah, man. What it say? A haughty spirit before a great fall. So you're gonna fall greatly, E. And you're reading about that, man. That's why, hey, before what it say, sudden, when they should say peace and safety, sudden destruction, man. So y'all better get on the winning team, man. You better be on team Yahweh Shai when the Lord get here. Because, man, other than that, bro, you want to be on team Edom, man. He got a great heavy judgment coming his way that he's not going to be able to escape. The Lord going spiritual BTA, spiritual built to ass, this devil, man. And he's not going to miss when he starts swinging his belt. All right, unprecedented trouble. Okay, excuse the background with the noise and the traffic. So Matthew 24 and 6 in the AMP, you will continually hear of wars and rumors of wars because we just read in Exodus that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. As long as he lives, man, hey, it's smoke, all right? As long as Esau's still breathing, it's smoke. See that you are not frightened, for those things must take place, but that is not yet the end of the age. Talking about Esau, Edom kingdom. It's not going to go out real quick and fast. The Lord's going to take his time. All right? It's going to take his time to destroy our enemy, man. These self-proclaimed white people. He's going to take his time to destroy our enemy, man. Because the enemy took time and years and generations to put us down. So the Lord's going to take that judgment and he's going to draw it out. Okay? For nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. But all these things are merely the beginning of birth pangs and of the intolerable anguish in the time of unprecedented troubled. All right, that's where I got the word from. Okay, there's precept in the AMP version, unprecedented trouble. Let's get into unprecedented one more time. Unprecedented trouble means a never-before-seen problem. It refers to a difficult situation that is completely new and has no prior history. There are no old rules to fix it, okay? There's nothing you're going to do to fix the anger that the Lord has built up for Babylon, man. It's Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. So this is on the Lord's mind every single day on how he's going to destroy this place, man. It's fully set. The fate of America is already sealed, okay, a.k.a. Babylon. This place, fate, F-A-T-E, is already sealed. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth should be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, okay? Because the Lord's going to overthrow this place greatly, man. He is not playing, man. He's going to overthrow this place greatly. Because, man, look, Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay? And the third woe is not letting up, man. It's not going to be a rumor anymore real soon, y'all. So you better fear the Lord and keep his commandments, man. All right? Let me get this real quick, because I was holding this. It say Iran attacks U.S. bases in 4 countries after U.S. airstrikes. All right, and this is July the 13th, okay? This is today's news, man. All right? It said Iran launched attacks on U.S. military bases in Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and Jordan on Thursday, July 9th. According to Iran state media and Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the strikes followed 2 days of U.S. airstrikes against Iran that killed at least 14 people. Officials said the attacks mark a significant escalation after the collapse of the U.S.-Iran memorandum of understanding meant to end the conflict. Okay? So Trump was on there talking about, man, hey, I think we'll have an agreement. Man, ain't no agreement, man. It ain't no agreement, man. That's why the Lord said, wait ye upon me till I rise up to the prey, man. It's all smoke, man. You went too far. That's why the Lord got to destroy you. This is U.S. airstrikes on Iran. It said U.S. Central Command said its forces bombed 90 targets inside Iran and a second wave starting Wednesday night. But here it is. I thought they was in the peace treaty, right? It said, according to the statement, Iranian media reported the strikes killed 14 military personnel and civilians and wounded 78 others, including hits on civilian infrastructure such as a railway line and bridges. It said the U.S. airstrikes were the second round of attacks this week. Officials said without providing a specific justification for the targets, the United States has previously conducted military operations in Syria targeting facilities believed to be used by Iran Islamic. It said Revolutionary Guard Corps, right? According to a report, the U.S. has also increased its attack aircraft in the region by 50% after recent attacks on U.S. bases in Syria, according to a report. Iran's retaliatory strikes, all right? Their retaliation. Let the weak say I'm strong, right? Iran's army launched a massive barrage of kamikaze drones, all right, targeting a Patriot military system in Kuwait, a satellite antenna in Qatar, and a few depots in Bahrain, according to Press TV. The RIGC later announced a second wave using 10 ballistic missiles against U.S. bases in Jordan, including what is called the Enemy's Command and Control Center and Al Araz Air Base. The IRGC threatened further attacks if the U.S. strikes continue, stating remaining U.S. bases in the region will not be spared from our heavy fire. Iran has previously vowed to target U.S. bases in the region if provoked by the United States. All right, so this is only going to get messy, man. All right, that's why we're going to jump to the conclusion. It say the recent exchanges highlights the fragility of ceasefire and the potential for border conflict. The U.S. and Iran remain at odds, with both sides showing willingness to strike military targets in multiple countries. It said the situation continues to evolve with further escalations possible. All right, so it's only going to get worse, man. And that was in the naturalnews.com, man. All right, look at that beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful, man. 4th of July ain't got shit on that, man. Look at that image. It's beautiful, man, because that's what's going to be on the shores of America, man. That's what's going to happen. We're going to see the smoke of her burning, man. That's the Lord's indignation that's going to be on this place, all right? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, and I'm going to read it in the Common English Bible, all right, in the CEB version. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras, all right? This is in the Apocrypha, all right? 2nd Esdras 16 and 1. It said, the oracles of doom against the nations. How terrible it will be for you, Babylon and Asia. How terrible for you, Egypt and Syria. Dress yourselves in mourning clothes. Howl over your children and grieve for them, because distress has drawn near to you. The sword has been sent against you, and who can turn it away? The sword is talking about the thermonuclear missiles that's going to be shot into the ends of the earth, man. All right, and they're all going to be coming here. 200 million missiles, man. That is an overkill. That is an annihilation, okay? Distress has drawn near to you. The sword has been sent against you, and who can turn it away? Fire has been sent against you, and who can extinguish it? Disaster are sent against you, and who can ward them off? It said, can anyone ward off a hungry lion in the woods, or put out a fire in a dry hay once it had begun to burn? It said, or repel an arrow shot by a strong archer, because the strong archer, strong as the Lord's right hand, is Yahweh Shai. And he's going to fulfill his father's desires, man. He's going to please his father. That's why he said he's not going to meet thee as a man, man. He's going to be on, hey, it's game time, you know. The Lord ain't playing, man. He's going to go to work. All right, while you people in their spiritual days, while you people turning the other cheek, the Lord ain't turning the other cheek, man. Lord said eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? Saying it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. You know, our people has gotten in this society and has gotten weak. That's why they got to cleave back unto you. How about Shema Shai, man? Because the Lord is angry with this place, man. All right, regardless of what you people have in your mind, where you feel like the Lord just okay with everything that done happened, he's fucking not, man. It's smoke, bruh. That's why there's wars going on, because it's the Lord bringing that war. The man of war starting war. It say, or repel an arrow shot by a strong archer. The Lord Yahweh sends disasters, and who can ward them off? It said his anger blazes like fire, who can extinguish it? And when lightning flashes, who isn't afraid? And when it thunders, who doesn't feel fear? The Lord threatened, and who is shaken to the core in his presence, man. Because the scriptures tell you who should not utterly be beaten the powder in his presence. Then you know that those UFOs is going to get in busy too. All right, those chariots, those salvation vehicles is going to tag team with that fire too. So the lasers from the chariots plus the fire, man, this is an overkill, man. This place rightly deserves that type of judgment. The Lord threatens, and who is shaken to the core in his presence? The earth and his foundation shake. The sea heaves from the deep, and his waves and fishes are sent into turmoil. When the Lord shows his face and reveals the glory of his power, the one who shoots the arrow is mighty in glory. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. The tip of the arrow he releases is sharp and won't miss when it's shot to the ends of the earth. Look, disasters are sent forth, and they don't turn back until they fall upon the earth. Fire is lit and not extinguished until it consumes the foundations of the earth. As an arrow that is shot by a powerful archer doesn't turn back, so the disaster that will be unleashed upon the earth won't turn back. And what Esdras say, I am doomed. Who will save me when those days arrive? It said the beginning of groaning, the beginning of abundance. It said an abundance of sighing, right? Sighing and crying. The beginning of famine, and many will perish. The beginning of wars, and powerful ones will be afraid. The beginning of disasters, and all will be terrified, man. And it said, what would they do when the disasters come? What can you do when an unprecedented situation, trouble come upon you, man? What can you do? What can you do? Nothing. I'm going to tell you what you ain't going to do. You ain't going to do nothing. This is Joel chapter 2, starting at verse 1. It said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is not at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, as great people and a strong. There has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Man. Now you know that this war is going to be the all-out war. This is going to be the end-it-all, be-it-all of wars, man. All right, this is unprecedented trouble, man. Trouble that was never unforeseen, never looked for, never thought of, never considered, never been mindful of, okay? That's why the Lord's going to bring a judgment like no other, because y'all done really pissed the Lord off, man. All right? Don't nobody want to give glory to you. How about Shema Shai? Joel 2 and 3. And a fire devour before them, and behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. So the Lord compared them to horsemen. They're gonna come aggressively, man. They're gonna come with a mission to annihilate the shores of America, man. This is not a game, man. This is all biblical prophecy, man. Don't be mad at me. Hey, the Lord said this. He's bringing this. All right? Joel 2 and 5, like the noise of the chariots on the tops of the mountains shall they heap, and like the noise of the flame of the fire, they devour the stubble as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Let you know that those missiles is not going to malfunction. They're gonna hit their target. Those GPSs, man. All right. The Lord is going to guide them, man. And they're going to prosper whereunto he sent it. Joel 2 and 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the walls, and they shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, and the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? All right? So just like Second Esdras said, man, who gonna stand in the day of the Lord's anger, man? Who gonna be able to stand? What these nations gonna be able to do? Nobody ain't gonna do shit. Everybody's gonna stay there and receive their judgment, man. Nowhere you can run, hide, hop, skip, hide behind the trash can. Man, that shit dead, man. Too late. Because, man, the judgment is gonna catch a lot of you people off guard because you walked in great pride. All right? Y'all going to be a part of that great plague that's going to come upon this place. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this should be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What device is going to be used to make you consume away? All right? Now, I did something different, because normally I'll look this up in the commentary, and it'll tell you that Zechariah is talking about a neutron bomb. So I tried to look it up in the AI overview, and this is what AI gave me. It said the phrase, their flesh shall consume away, comes from the Bible, Zechariah 14:12. It describes a terrifying plague where people decay while still alive. Many people interpret this as a prophecy of a nuclear attack or a neutron bomb, as it describes the effects of extreme radiation. The link, because the physical effects of this weapon are so similar. See, that's what I want, because that's one thing the apostles and elders always say, linking things together, linking these precepts, all right? Studying, reading, applying yourself. Because when you link these things together, right, they make sense. Because, man, now it's plain. Because it say, because the physical effects of this weapon, because your flesh consuming while you stand up on your feet, your eyes, your tongue consuming your mouth, like, what's going to just annihilate you like that while you stand up on your feet? It say, because the physical effects of this weapon are so similar to the verse in Zechariah, many scholars and prophecy experts, talking about the brothers, because the only people I know is GMS. Hey, man, and them the true experts when it comes to breaking down these prophecies, man. All right, when it comes to breaking down these future events that's going to befall upon the shores of America, man. That's who I learned from. Many scholars and prophecies experts believe the Bible predicted the invention of radiation weapons, because we read about that in Isaiah. He created the smith that blow up the coals and the fires, talking about the thermonuclear missiles. All right, created the waster to destroy. All right. And then it says the bomb connection. It say what it is. It say a nuclear bomb is a special type of nuclear weapon. How it works: instead of massive blast waves that flatter cities, it sends out a massive wave of intense radiation. The effect, it destroys human cells, melting and destroying flesh quickly. All right, so what more need to be explained in this lesson? All right. That's what Zechariah is pretty much going into, man. All right. 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50. And then we're going to close it out. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So they flesh consuming while they stand upon their feet. All right, there's going to be a misery like no other. Okay? And the reason why they're going to be in this misery, all right, if it's 2/3 of our people, the reason why they're going to take part of this destruction, all right, is going to come upon the shores of America, ultimately because Esau, Edom is wicked. This place is evil. The Lord's going to take it out. All right? And then it's Esau's time, because the Lord gave him time, man, to rule. And guess what? His time is up, and he's going to go out violently. But you 2/3, all right, that take part in this, y'all going to become a part of their judgment as well. And y'all going to come back in Hebrew huggies. But you Edomites, y'all whole dwelling place is going to be destroyed. You're going to go into chains. And then after you serve your captivity, all right, 1,000 years, all right, you're going to be pretty much annihilated. You're going to be destroyed. No more of your existence whatsoever. That's why the scriptures say it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Let's go ahead and get that. I'm not done, man. I love war talk, man. You know, because that's the spirit that the Lord is on. And, man, every day I wake up, man, and I'm fucking walking in his fucking wicked-ass kingdom, all I can think about is the destruction that the Lord is going to bring. That is a great mindset to be in, man. Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. It's talking about the existence of the Edomites, man. It's not going to leave them neither root nor branch. And even their dwellings, man, hey, you're not going to be able to rebuild over here. You're not going to be able to gather Issachar, these so-called Mexicans, and get the building again. No. Make America great again is a thing of the past, man. It would never happen again. All right, no more would you terrorize the Israelites, E. No more would you put hands and lay hands and intent evil on the Israelites, on these Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, man. All right, you're going to be destroyed, you're going to be annihilated, and we're going to be back on top again. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible. All right, that's going to be the true Independence Day. All right, for the nation of Israel. That's how we truly going to be on our own, ruling, all right, under the ordinance of Yahweh Shai, man. okay, or not in the hands of our enemies anymore. All right? So that's all I have, man. Shalom.